Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing these French gold tip nails. I got the gold tips for $1. So if you want to find out more on where I got it from, then keep watching. I got my inspiration from this picture seen here. So if you want to find out more, keep watching. So first what we're going to do is take off our old polygel. This removal process is super quick. I use a flosser, a tooth flosser. Also an FYI, no, I am not a nail tech, so this probably isn't the best for your nails, but girl, when it's time for these to come off, it's time for these to go off. I don't have time. If you ever have difficulties though, you can do what I'm doing here, which is taking these little nail clipper tools and lifting up the edges, and then I just slide it right under and it comes right off. So this is the star of the show. I'm going to be using these French tips that I got from Amazon, and I'm using this gold foil that I got from Walmart for $1. So this is actually supposed to be used for a laminator. I guess they sell there too. But I used it for these nail tips and they came out perfect. It was a little bit of a project with trial and error, but I got the gist down for you guys. So now here I'm just sizing the tips to fit my nails. If you ever have problems, or if one is not the perfect length for you, you can just go in with an emery board and file it down so it's the perfect shape. So I'm going to be using super glue, but first I'm going to prep my nails. I'm going to go in with some nail clippers. These are actually toenail clippers, and I just like using these because it's much faster. And I'm clipping them down, but I'm not clipping all of the white off. I'm just clipping most of it off. Now I'm going to go in with a nail scraper, and I'm scraping all of the cuticles off of my nail bed. You must scrape the cuticles off of your nail bed, because if you don't, your polygel will not stick and it will pop off. Now I'm going in with a wooden stick, and I'm just getting all the gunk that may be underneath of my nails. And then I did this off camera, but I just went around and really made sure that I had all the cuticles off of my nail bed. Now this nail drill, I don't recommend it. I hate it. But I'm using this to roughen up my nail bed even more. I'm going around my cuticle area because, like I keep saying, it's very important that you make sure there is no cuticles left on your nail bed when doing polygel. So now I'm using this emery board and just doing it slightly. I'm not trying to overdo it. This might be too much. Like I said, I'm not a nail tech, but when you have a rougher nail bed, it works better. The polygel sticks better. So now I'm going in with a nail primer. I use this brand Bruno. Honestly, I don't think I'm too big of a fan of their polygel. Maybe I need like a stronger UV lamp or something, but I have problems curing it. So I use Macart polygel, but I like the Bruno primer and base coat a lot. Going in with their base coat now. So now we're going to make the gold tips. So we're going to take our super glue, and you can get this from the dollar store. I got a whole pack of like 6 of these little tubes from the dollar store. You're going to make sure you cover your nail tip fully. Whole thing must be drenched in nail glue. And then I'm just going to glue these. I cut up the foil, and I'm just going to wrap it around the nail tips. And they're heat activated foils, so the super glue is kind of heating up the foil. And then after that, just give it a second and boom, peel it off, and now you have gold tips. So now I'm going in with the same clippers and I'm just clipping around because you might have some excess. It's super easy. It took me a while to figure out a method that works, but this is perfect. And honestly, sometimes it may not come out perfect. It might be a little patch. That happened to me twice out of 10 nails. And all I did was I just put glue over the whole thing again and put another foil over top of it, and it was perfect. So as you can see here, I'm doing the same thing, completely covering the nail tip with super glue, applying the nail tip foil over top, and I'm peeling it off. Perfect. Now I'm going in with some nail glue and I'm just going to glue those tips onto my nails. So now I'm going to be using Polygel. This is really the only polygel I use because it works best for me. And I'm going to be using full nail covers to put my polygel on. I'm not using dual forms, but if you do want to use dual forms, you definitely can. Just make sure that it's the same length as the tips, right? So you don't want to make it any longer than that, which can be kind of hard with dual forms. But I'm going in and I'm applying the polygel to the nail cover. And when you're using clear polygel, you want to be sure that there's no bubbles. So you might have to keep on applying it. You might have to take it off and redo it again to make sure there's no bubbles in it. That's the only downside about clear polygel. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on how I do my nail covers on top of my nails, you can check out the video that is linked above. There's also a link to these exact nail covers. I get them from Amazon, but I have the exact link in that video as well in the comments section. So now after you finish applying all your nail covers, you're just going to take your emery board and file it down. A good emery board is very crucial. So I get this emery board from Sally's. And as you can see, I have trouble shaping. I'm the worst at shaping, which is why I use nail covers, because it makes the process so much easier and so much faster for me. And you don't have to worry about your nails not being the same size, same shape, because the nail covers do all of that work for you. Now I'm just doing some final touch-ups. So after this, I dusted everything off and I took some alcohol because it can leave a slightly sticky residue and you have so much dust and stuff on your hands. So I took an alcohol on a cotton pad and then wiped my fingernails down. And then after this, I went and washed my hands. Now I'm taking some Macart top coat, and as you can see, there is still some white underneath my nails. My nail drill was acting up though, so I couldn't drill it down. But if your nail drill is working fine, all you have to do is take your drill and go underneath your nails and just drill it down a little bit, and then it'll be perfectly fine. You won't see any of that the white original white nail tips. So now I'm taking some cuticle oil. You do not have to use this cuticle oil. I got this from like a kiosk in a mall, but all I'm doing is taking it and putting a small amount at the base of my nails because, you know, our cuticles been through a lot, so we want to treat them right. But yes, I'm just putting some at the base and massaging that in. And this is the final product. I'm in love with them. I'm gonna upload a video on just the basic French tips, how I do my basic French polygel. So that will probably be the next video. But that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.